Hi everyone, welcome to EduGuide. This video contains division of decimals. Previously, I have done videos about multiplication of decimals and converting a fraction into decimals. You can find the link below and click that link and get benefited. Let's go into the lesson now. We are going to solve the problem of these girls and we'll see how the pets of these girls help them, and also the conflict of these boy and girl and a boy with a spectacle. And not only human beings, we are going to solve the problem of this computer and some more a little bit advanced sum, and to sum up we are going to do an exercise and finish off. So in order to help these people, we are going to brush up the knowledge of division previously learned. Let's go. 22.31 divided by 10. Now this 10, now we are going to divide these numbers by powers of 10. What are the powers of 10? 10 to the power 1 is 10, 10 to the power 2 is 100, 10 to the power 3 is 1000. Likewise, we are going to divide a decimal number with powers of 10, and that's pretty easy. 10 has only one zero, so that the decimal of this decimal number will shift one number forward. That's it. See, it's 2.231. It's as simple as that. When you have division, the decimal number should move forward. See, this decimal has shifted forward, so it has become 2.231. Why did it move only one place forward? Because 10 has only one zero. Let's divide the same number by 100. 100 has two zeros, so this decimal will shift two numbers forward. So it's going to be 0.2231. And why did we add a 0 here? Because we just can't start a number with a decimal, so we added a 0 in front. Then the same number is going to get divided by 1000. 1000 has three zeros, so here it's going to get a little bit tricky. Now this decimal has to shift three numbers forward, whereas we have only two numbers in hand. So in such situations we have to add a 0 in front and we have to make it 0.02231. See, even if we don't have a number in front, it is compulsory for us to go three numbers forward because 1000 has three zeros. Okay, in such cases you add zeros. Okay, if it has to be divided by 10,000, it will have four zeros. Then you will have to add two zeros forward. Okay, so now we have brushed up the knowledge and we are going to help these girls now. How? What's the problem? These girls have got a can of fruit juice of 15 liters and they want to divide it and they want to share it with all the girls, and they have glasses of 0.2 liters. Okay, each glass can hold 0.2 liters. Now the problem is how many children can get this juice. Okay, if they pour this juice into all these glasses, how many? They have a lot of glasses. They want to know how many glasses this can be poured into. How can we do that? We are going to divide 15 by 0.2. Now I am going to introduce two new terms for you. Now the number just behind, just after the division sign is called divisor. Okay, and the number that is subjected to divide. Okay, now the 15 liters of juice is going to get divided into small glasses. So the number that is being subjected to divide is 15. We call this number dividend. Okay, with this small knowledge we'll try to solve the problem. Now we know that the divisor is a decimal. When you have a sum of division with a decimal number, you have to look into the divisor first. Okay, if the divisor is a decimal number, you have to make it a whole number. Oh, I told you the pets of those girls are going to help us. See, this kitty is helping us. So how would you make this 0.2 into a whole number? Now we know that 0.2 can be easily converted into a whole number if we shift this decimal backward. Okay, any number, if you want to make it a whole number, you just have to shift the decimal to last place. Okay, now we can multiply this by 10 and we will get 2 here. Okay, to know the multiplication of decimals, you can click the link below and watch that video as well. See, now it moved only this decimal moved one place behind, that is because this 10 has only 1 0. Okay, now this kitty is happy and we'll see what the other kitty is saying. Multiply this number 2, because if we want to make this divisor a whole number, we multiplied it by 10, and the same thing has to be done for 15 as well. Okay, now we have 15 into 10 and that is 150. So this kitty is also happy. Now we'll see the same sum has converted into 150 divided by 2. How? We converted this decimal into whole number. While we were converting, this 15 turned into 150, and the answer is 75. So the problem of the girls is successfully solved. They can share this juice with 75 girls. That's pretty much a lot, isn't it? Now we have the conflict of this boy and girl. They have 6.4 divided by 0.4 and they are struggling to do that. Don't you think that we can help them, because it is just a division of decimals, isn't it? Okay. Now I think they also might know how to do this. Let's see if they help us. It's easy for us. Now the divisor. The first step is to consider whether the divisor is a decimal number or not. Okay, the divisor is a decimal number. So you have to make it a whole number. Yes, she knows that you have to make it a whole number and she is instructing us. Let's make it a whole number by multiplying it by 10. Okay, now this decimal will move one number backward and it will become 4. Now that we have multiplied this number by 10, just to make the divisor a whole number, we have to do the same to 6.4 as well. See, the boy is aware of it. Now we will multiply 6.4 into 10, that will become 64. Now we have now both are happy. Now we have converted 6.4 divided by 0.4 into 64 divided by 4. How? We wanted to make this divisor a whole number. Okay. So in order to do that, we had to multiply it by 10, and the same thing had to happen to the dividend as well. So we multiplied it by 100 and we got 64. Now the new sum will be 64 divided by 4 and the answer will be 60. Okay. Oh, glad that we were able to help. We'll try to do the exercise. Before we do the exercise, we have 3 more sums to be learned in order to do the exercise. Okay, let's see what the boy has come up with. He has come up with 9.1 divided by 7. Here you can notice that the divisor isn't a decimal. So here the sums we looked so far, see the previous sum we have a decimal number in the divisor. Okay. So how does it differ from the previous sums? We'll see. Now the whole sum contains a decimal number. Okay, this 9.1 is a decimal number. This is the dividend. But the divisor is not a decimal number. So we don't have the hassle of making this into a whole number because the divisor is already a whole number. So how do we do it? We just disregard this decimal for a while and we write it as 91 divided by 7, that is 13. So see, we just didn't forget it. We have to come back to the decimal, but just for a while until we get the answer, we disregard it and we took 13 and we got the final answer as 1.3. That is because we did not forget this decimal in the original sum. That is 9.1. It has one decimal point. So we make this answer also to have one decimal point. So it will be 1.3. Now we already saw a lot of sums from human beings. Now let's see the sum from this computer. It's 1.72 divided by 1.2. Here also the divisor is a decimal. Now we know and we have done several sums. So we'll quickly do this sum and we'll find out what is that small difference that we have in this sum than the others. See, now we have 1.2 into 10. Why did we multiply it by 10? To make the divisor into a whole number. This has only one decimal place. So to eliminate that, we multiply it by 10 and the same thing has to be done to the dividend. So we multiply it by 10 and we get 17.2 divided by 12. See, now the divisor is a whole number, but the dividend still has a decimal number, but we don't have to make it a whole number. So this is the small difference that this sum has from the other sums. See, it is now how do we do? So now we don't consider this decimal for a while and we obtain the answer as 14.3. Okay, we disregarded this decimal and wrote it as 172 divided by 12, that is 14.3. Now we have to see, after making the divisor a whole number, we get this 17.2. So this has a decimal in it. Okay, so that must be brought in the answer. That will be 1.43. See, this answer, I will explain. See, this had 14.3. When we divide this, we get 14.3. But the decimal we have in the sum here will be depicted in the final answer. Okay, so what happened? This decimal had to shift one more forward. Why? Because here we have one decimal. Okay, after changing the divisor into a whole number, even when we still have decimal in the dividend, you have to show it in the final answer. Okay, hope you understood it. Now we'll move to a bit different sum than we were trying so far. What kind of sum is this? We already have the answers in our hand. 87 divided by 12 is equal to 7.25. So where's the question? The question is a bit different. See now, 87 divided by 1.2 and 87 divided by 0.2. So what have we got to do now? We have to change this divisor, okay, into a whole number and we have to obtain the answer. So that is already been done here, okay, and the answer is provided. But we have to consider these decimal places and we have to get the final answer. That's easy. Now we see in order to make this 1.2 a whole number, you have to multiply it by 10. So that will be depicted in the answer as well. So when you convert this into a whole number, you get 12. So this will also be made 870 divided by 12. So we will get 72.5 because we had to multiply this by 10. The answer also has that multiplication of 10. So it went one number backward. So that sum is done. Now the second sum is 0.12. So this has two decimal places. So it will be multiplied by 100 to make it 12. So in the answer also that same multiplication by 100 must be included. So the answer will become 725. Okay. Oh, glad that we reached the end of the video and we are going to do the exercises now. Now it's time for you to stop or pause this video and rush. Bring your pen and paper. And these are the sums that we have been watching so far. So isn't it time for you to check yourself whether you understood the sum or not? I'm pretty sure every one of you will get everything correct. 6 out of 6. Wish you all the best. Please try the sums and then don't stop there. Try some more sums. Practice some more sums. Practice in maths makes you perfect. Good luck. And you can pause this video and you can find the time frames in the description so that you can click the time frame and go to that specific example and get the answer easily, and you can watch again and again and get benefited. Thanks for watching.